What's going on, guys? It's Simon here and it's time for some pickups. Okay, so we're just going to get straight into it tonight. The first item, I already own several of these, but I decided to pick up this specific one because it was still brand new in the box and sealed. I'm not the biggest fan of getting boxed brand new sealed items. It doesn't really bother me if an item's boxed or not, but this particular item, I just had to get it because of the packaging. It just triggered those nostalgic feels for me. It is an original DualShock 1, and honestly, just looking at this packaging brings me back to like Christmas of 1998, but I'll get to that in a second. I can remember back when the original DualShock was announced, the thought a controller could like rumble and shake in your hands during gameplay just blew my mind. So I pestered and pestered my parents to get me a DualShock controller. Like, what's a DualShock controller? What does that mean? I'm like, Mum and Dad, when you're playing a game, it shakes and vibrates in your hand. It's crazy. I need to get one. It's just like my must-have item for to go along with my PlayStation during my childhood. So, as mentioned, in Christmas 1998, I was lucky enough to actually get one of these along with Medieval and Resident Evil Director's Cut. Just, the best Christmas ever when I was a younger kid. Like, just love it. Looking at this just reminds me of the 90s. The 90s was just such an innovative time for gaming and consoles. I mean, so many new peripherals came out that helped shape gaming into what it is today. And just looking at the original DualShock icon down there on the bottom, I remember staring that at Christmas time going, I cannot wait to open this up and try it out with Medieval. Just such a freaking good time. So picking up one of these sealed, when I saw this listing, I just had to jump on it and I had to get it. Fast forwarding to Christmas of 2017, and my wife gifted me with the Sunset Orange DualShock 4. Now, I love the color combination of this controller. The orange is extremely vibrant and it also features like blue thumbsticks, directional pad, and all the other buttons are done in like a blue as well with the white icons. It looks very, very good. I'd love to see Sony make like a range of fluoro DualShock 4 controllers. So it would be like, I'd imagine like a bright fluoro blue, green, red, yellow along with this. It would be an amazing series. So I'm kind of hoping Sony does something like that. But as for the Sunset Orange DualShock 4 controller, at the moment, this is probably one of my favorites. So pretty happy that the wife got me this for Christmas. Now next up, we have a little bit of a different item. I've mentioned to you guys countless of times, I've waffled on heaps about how much I really enjoy Nightmare Creatures. And a couple of months back, I was scouring through eBay and I came across a Japanese version of Nightmare Creatures, but a demo disc. Now, I didn't know standalone demo discs of Nightmare Creatures were a thing, but hey, apparently they are. And in Japan, I don't think Nightmare Creatures actually did that well, so I was pretty surprised to see a standalone demo disc of the game for that region. Lately, I've decided to try and pick up different region variations of Nightmare Creatures just to see the different box arts and the packaging. Also pick up the play guides and things as well. So this was a no-brainer and I really wanted to pick it up. And I'm probably going to pull out my Japanese NTSC-J PlayStation 1, fire up this demo disc and see if there's any differences I can see from the PAL version to this one. So that was pretty cool. This next item was from my local EB game store. This is a favorite of mine actually. It is a light up PlayStation icon sign. Really, really cool. Now, it runs on 3 AA batteries, or you can power it up with an external USB power source. It has 3 different modes, so obviously it lights up. I love the look of that thing, really, really cool. The next one is kind of a fade out mode, so here we see the square is lit up, then the triangle will light up, the square will fade out, and the circle should light up next. There it goes, really cool. And the next one is kind of a voice / music reactive mode. So as I'm talking, you can see the different icons are turning off and lighting up. So really, really cool. Now, this is available in most EB game stores throughout Australia. I'm not sure if you guys in the States got this through GameStop, but if you can pick it up, certainly grab it. It's really, really cheap and looks awesome in the game room. Currently, I have mine sitting in front of my TV, and over night time, this thing lights up the game room. It looks so good. Moving on to the last item of the video, and it is the Shadow of the Colossus Collector's Edition statue. Now, lately I've been really into picking up like PlayStation related statues and figures, mainly because they're great display pieces and, well, they look freaking cool. But when it comes to Shadow of the Colossus, this was a title that I missed out on during the PlayStation 2 era. Because as mentioned in my room tour video, during the times of the PlayStation 2, I was heavily into PC gaming, so unfortunately I missed out on Shadow of the Colossus plus a slew of great titles. However, Shadow of the Colossus received a remake on the PlayStation 3, which I still didn't play, but it also received the remake on the PlayStation 4, and that being the version that I've first got to experience this great game. Now, it's basically just a complete graphic overhaul of the original game. I've played it on my PS4 Pro, so it was in 4K HDR. The game looked freaking amazing with some awesome set pieces, but with one gripe that I'll get to a little bit later on. But for now, let's check out this statue. Let's do a little bit of a mini unboxing. This Colossi is called Valis. Now, he's one of the first Colossi you'll come across in the game. He is enormous. The scope of him in the game really sets the tone for the later boss fights. I purchased this from EB Games. The listing online certainly made it look a lot bigger than what the final product was, but that doesn't matter because it's still pretty well detailed. But here he is. Let's pop him out of the packaging. There he is. As mentioned, it does look very good. I'll put in some close-up shots so you can all view it a little bit better. But as for my gripe on this version of Shadow of the Colossus, it is the camera angle. Now, the camera angle is not too bad. It normally works pretty well, but during several Colossi fights, I would scale all the way up to the top of a Colossi. I'm about to do like a critical shot. The camera angle would then spin around and kind of go haywire, and I would lose track of my character. I'd start climbing the wrong way, left, right, up, down. I just completely lose focus of where my character was. I'd fall to the ground and have to start again. And this just after a while gets very frustrating. But I probably can forgive the game for that, considering this is a rebuilt PlayStation 2 game. And back in the days of the PS2, that type of camera angle was pretty much widely accepted. But yeah, Shadow of the Colossus, great game. It's extremely cheap. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend you do. It's a great piece of PlayStation history. Well guys, that is it for today's pickup video. Just a short one. Sound off in the comments below, what have you guys picked up recently and what games have you been playing? I would love to know. Myself, for games I've been playing, I've recently just finished Unreal Tournament on the PlayStation 2. Certainly not the best port of that game, but still loads of fun. And I'm also playing through Resident Evil 7. Now that's a title I really have to force myself to play because quite frankly, it is terrifying. And I'm not even playing the VR version of it yet, so it's going to be quite interesting when I get to that. Also stay tuned for the Medieval Let's Play. That will start very shortly. But guys, thank you all very much for watching. Keep the positivity flowing and stay tuned for more PlayStation content.